It's the second hour, May 6, 2014. I'm your host, Dr. Peter Glidden. Give my website a try. Why don't you? FireYourMDNow.com. If that's too caustic for you, just go to drglidden.com. That's Glidden, just like the paint, no relation. Glidden. On my website, I have a ton of free information. You can reference all of the radio shows that I've ever done, listen to all of the radio shows that I've ever done, type in a keyword, and it'll pull up when I've talked about that on the radio show, and that beats a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. And if you want to lay down some hard-earned moolah, $20, baby, you can become a subscriber to my Insider subscription service. Cancel at any time, $20 a month. You will have immediate access to over 100 hours of archived health webinars and 3 to 5 hours of live webinars that I do a week. 3 to 5 hours of live webinars every week that you can use to help yourself, kind of insert yourself into the holistic health community all around the world, and to be amongst like-minded individuals all around the world. We need support because remember what my cousin Ben Franklin said, unless we hang together, most certainly we will hang alone. Let's go right to the phones again. We're going to go to Maine up there, see if there's any good lobsters up there. We're going to talk to Rose. How are you, Rose? Thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hi. First, I just want to thank you because I had no hope until I heard you on YouTube when you spoke with Alex Jones.
Oh, you're welcome very much. So that's how you found us? Great.
Yes. Yeah. In the mid-'90s, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes.
Yeah.
And now they tell me I'm a type 1 because I was
Great.
so thin.
Yeah.
I was overweight, and now I went in the hospital in January. I was like 90 pounds. So now I'm on Lantus, and I'm not crazy about being on that because I heard within 2 years it can cause cancer.
Yeah, well, right, so it's kind of like the cocktail that the MD offers up. It's, die now or die later, right?
Right, so, I really don't have a choice. I guess I don't know what to do.
Well, you do have a choice, but not inside of conventional medicine. You've got zero choices inside of conventional medicine, and that's why we exist, right, to provide alternatives to conventional therapeutics. Now, if I had to pick blood sugar issues, let me just say this. Blood sugar issues are in my top 10 list of the easiest things to help the body recover from. It is very, very easy to optimize the function of the body's ability to metabolize blood sugar. There was research done in the 50s and that was followed up in the 70s, which unequivocally shows that your body's inability to metabolize insulin is caused by mineral deficiencies, chronic mineral deficiencies, period.
What if I am a type 1 now, though?
Well, I'm not so sure that you are. I know that the MDs think that you are, okay?
Yeah.
So, and it's possible that you are. But even if you are, the problem with type 1 diabetics is the insulin. Now, insulin is not the Antichrist. Your body makes insulin, and without insulin, we'd all be dead. The problem with injectable man-made insulin is that it's a little bit different than God-made insulin. It's a little bit different than the insulin that your body makes. And the problem with insulin is how much insulin you need in order to make it through your day. And if you follow the advice of the MDs, you're going to need more and 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 more insulin. And then they're going to switch it to a different type, and then they're going to add another drug, and then they're going to switch it to a different type, and then they're going to add a third drug, because your body's ability to metabolize this crap is going to decrease with the passage of time.
Well, and they have to decrease it because I wake up some mornings and it's really low. One morning it was 30.
Yeah, so, all right, good. So the game is afoot here, right?
Yeah.
And so either way, if your body can no longer produce insulin, and time will tell. I mean, if you're on my program for 12 months,
okay,
and your body is no longer able to produce insulin, then, that's baked into the cake. But the good news is that even if that's the case, worst case scenario, when you get on board with the proper medical nutrition program, your body will be able to metabolize the insulin that you do need to inject much more efficiently, which will allow you to use much less injectable insulin, which will benefit you greatly moving forward, because the problem with man-made insulin is the amount that you need to inject. And the more that you need to inject that stuff, the worse the side effects become, and that's a big bad voodoo daddy. So if we can optimize your body's ability to absorb and utilize man-made insulin, that's great, right?
I've just started on the the health pack, the starter pack, this past Saturday.
Okay, great. So now the thing with longevity is, right, that we need to do the right healthy pack when we begin. We need to get on board with the correct healthy pack in order to maximize the results, the intended results here. So you're 100 pounds now, more or less?
105 now.
Okay, so my recommendation for you dealing with this issue would be one healthy blood sugar pack. One healthy blood sugar pack. There are a lot of different healthy packs, and they all have a similar foundation, to which then is added extra stuff depending on what we're trying to optimize. So, for instance, there's a healthy bone and joint pack, right? There's a healthy digestion pack. There's a healthy heart pack. There's a healthy anti-aging healthy pack, and there's a healthy blood sugar pack.
And there's nothing in there that would make me lose weight, right?
No, quite the contrary. Quite the contrary, right? Because all of this is a very important thing to understand, Rose, okay? What medical nutrition does, holistic medical nutrition, and that's what we espouse, holistic medical nutrition, that's an important caveat. Holistic medical nutrition is different than any other type of nutrition, and holistic medical nutrition supports your body's efforts to optimize its structure and function.
Okay.
When we do holistic medical nutrition appropriately, there's no negative side effects. There are a lot of primary effects. You feel better, you gain weight, or you lose weight, whatever your body needs to do. You sleep better, your energy's better, your mood's better, your memory's better, digestion's better. Everything brightens up, including, in your case, your body's ability to metabolize blood sugar. So there's no harm at all in medical nutrition. Quite the contrary, because what we're doing is giving your body a leg up and then letting the body do what nature intended it to do, right? And then that's really just a really great thing to do, no matter which way you cut it. So my recommendation for you would be every month to do one healthy blood sugar pack, original formula, and 2 bottles of Ultimate Selenium, S-E-L-E-N like Nancy, I-U-M.
I did start on that one, yep.
You need 2 a month. That's 6 a day, okay, 6 a day. And 1 bottle of plant-derived minerals. That's $20 a month, plant-derived minerals. Now, in addition to taking those supplements into your body every day, you also must stop eating food that's gumming up the works.
Okay. And
hands down, the biggest offenders for you would be wheat, barley, rye, and oats.
That includes oatmeal.
Yeah, regretfully. You need to go gluten-free.
Okay.
So, right, you got to start shopping for gluten-free cereal, gluten-free bread, gluten-free pasta, gluten-free crackers and cookies and whatever, right? Or, what's your blood type? Do you know what your blood type is?
I don't.
Okay. So, if you are blood type O like Oscar, you may also benefit from completely eliminating carbohydrates altogether, just no grains at all. You might want to try that as an experiment at some time in your walk through the rest of your life. You may want to try for 4 weeks in a row, just no grains at all, even if they're gluten-free. 0 tolerance for grains, and see how you feel. So there are 10 foods. Wheat, barley, rye, and oats are 4 of the 10 bad foods. The other 10 bad foods, you can get that list for free on my website. So just visit my website, scroll down the front page, until you hit the link for the 10 bad foods, okay? And then download that and eliminate all of those foods. Take these nutritional supplements, and the only thing you need to be concerned about is, of course, measuring your blood sugars, right? You have to just stay on that horse. You have to be disciplined about measuring your blood sugars and adjusting your insulin dose appropriately. Because once this program kicks in, it might be 2 days from now, might be 2 weeks from now, might be 2 months from now. Once this program kicks in, you're going to need remarkably less insulin because your blood sugars are going to get better and better and better and better and better. So keep measuring that stuff every day and adjust the insulin appropriately as the MDs have trained you to do or educated you to do. Hopefully they educated you to do that, right? Did they do that?
Yes.
Okay, good. So just, give this a try, because with medical nutrition, we have to take the right stuff in the right amounts, and we have to stop eating food that interferes with it. And so the Healthy Blood Sugar Pack, selenium, and plant-derived minerals is a perfect plan for you for the next 90 days. Give it a try, see what happens to your blood sugar. But also, Rose, remember, this is a holistic program. So if it works, when it works, you should experience positive effects kind of across the board, right? Mood, energy, sleep, appetite, weight, etc., etc., etc. So just be mindful of how your body responds. And once you gain some positive foothold, right? Once something brightens up, just maintain the discipline. Might take 6 months, 9 months. I don't know. Might take 6 weeks. I have no idea for your blood sugar to roll around. But once you start to feel improvement, just stay on the program, because it's only a matter of time until your body optimizes its structure and function to the ability that it's able to at this point in life. And, Rose, do me a favor, if you feel so inclined, every 3, 4, 5 weeks, call me back and tell me how it's going. We can keep, live progress here.
Is coconut oil?
May 6, 2014. We're into the second hour here. I think Rose had a question. Now let's go back to her and see what's up. Rose, did you have a question about coconut oil, I think?
Yeah, I was wondering if it's okay to do that, and I also had a question about distilled water.
Okay, so distilled water is a big bad voodoo daddy unless you use it for your iron. You can use purified water, you can use filtered water, but don't use distilled water, because distilled water has no minerals in it. And distilled water will set up a reverse osmotic gradient in your body, which will leach minerals out of your system. And so it's not a good idea to use distilled water. We're all about, clean water and purified water. So my advice to you would be investigate a Big Berkey filter. The Big Berkey filter, that's a pretty good one. Don't spend a lot of money on the alkalinizing water makers, because you don't need that. You just need to drink good, clean, purified water that has stuff in it, and the distillation process takes all of it out. So you want to get away from doing that.
Okay, and my liver and gallbladder, I don't know which one it is, but it feels inflamed.
Yeah, well, probably is. I mean, it could be. There's an acupuncture point, an acupressure point on the outside of your right calf. And if you do a Google search for acupuncture points, and, all kinds of diagrams will show up. You want to look on the right leg for the gallbladder point. And then you just want to poke around on your leg in that vicinity and see if you hit a hot spot. And when you hit a hot spot, you'll know it. Because when you press on that hot spot with your finger, even just gently, it'll feel like, oh my God, I'm glad someone's not torturing me, because if they touch that point a little harder, I'd give away all the family secrets. It hurts so much, right?
And can that cause your skin to feel like, if I even take a shower or I get goosebumps, my skin feels like I have rope burn?
Well, all right. So look, there's a lot going on here for you. There's a lot going on here because your body is completely undernutrified.
Oh, okay.
You're completely undernutrified. So your body right now is a wild card, which is one of the beautiful things about holistic medical nutrition.
Yeah, I'm suffering.
Right, in many different areas, right? Not just blood sugar. So when you finally, thank God, for the first time in your life, fill your body's nutrient tank up. And stop eating food that's creating low-grade inflammation, like coconut oil, by the way. We don't recommend it.
Okay.
No oil. We have zero tolerance for oil. We're fans, however, of butter and lard. So you can cook things in a fry pan with butter or with lard. Just go crazy with that. We're real big fans of butter. We're real big fans of eggs and salt. You want to be salting your food so that it tastes good.
You guys recommend a good cookbook because you tell us all that we can't have.
Well, there's only 10 things that you cannot have. Only 10 things that you cannot have. So really, it's not that difficult.
Okay.
When you're cooking stuff, in a fry pan, you just have to use butter or lard. I mean, that's really as easy as it gets.
Do you have a favorite cookbook you'd recommend?
My fiancée does, but I can't remember what it is. Maybe she'll text it to me.
Okay.
And then so keep listening for the rest of the hour. I'll try to dial that in for you.
I will, and I will call you back.
All right, I'll look forward to it. Expect, improvement across the board in drips and drabs, right? It get a little bit better here, a little bit better there, a little bit better here, a little bit better there, and that's how we slice and dice it. Thanks so much, Rose. Thanks for the call, and best of luck. Madru is back all the way from California. I think there's a bad audio connection, though, so let's see. Hey, Madru, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Well, good afternoon, Dr. Glidden. How are you?
I am good, but I'll get better. Thanks for the phone call, Madru. What's shaking?
Well, I love seeing you at the convention.
Yeah, it was fun, right? The convention was a good time, yeah.
I know. You brushed right by me. I said, brush by you. Listen, I have a lady. She's in her 60s. She's about 5'4", 180. She has thyroid problems. She has high blood pressure. She has diabetes. She has something else too: thyroid, diabetes.
Isn't modern American medicine just the greatest?
Isn't? I know.
I mean, right, she's got all these conditions while she's been under the care of the MDs her entire life, right?
Cholesterol problems, too, yes. And I was going to recommend, I said, well, let me call my doc and just see what's up.
All right, so in complicated cases like this, again, we lean on holistic medical nutrition because when we dial in any healthy pack, we're covering a lot of bases all at once. So anybody that has any type of blood sugar issue, we deal with that first. We optimize blood sugar metabolism first. So you want to start her with the Healthy Blood Sugar Pack and selenium, appropriate for body weight. Eliminate the 10 bad foods. And that's a good program for the first 3 months. Got to check the website out, friends. And by the way, we do webinars for subscribers only, but this Thursday night, that's 2 nights from now, we're doing a free webinar for the world, which explains why the 10 bad foods are bad. An explanation of the 10 bad foods for everybody and their neighbor this Thursday night. Just visit my website for details about how to log on to this webinar for free, and in so doing, get a taste of what your subscription to my website will give you. You don't know what you're missing. You're going to love it. Dial it in. It's free. Why not be there? It's a worldwide community. The last time we did a free webinar like this, we had over 300 people from all over the world. That's 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time this Thursday night. Let's go back to California and finish it up with Madru. Anything else, Madru?
Yes, she has thyroid problems, she has cholesterol, and she has high blood pressure.
Thyroid, cholesterol, high blood pressure. So the only other, and how much does she weigh?
She's 5'4", and she's about 180.
And there's a blood sugar issue as well?
No, the blood sugar issue, yes.
Yeah. All right, so I would start with 2 healthy blood sugar packs and 1 extra bottle of the white liquid calcium, the Beyond Osteo FX. And, I'm leaning towards the liquid Beyond Osteo FX. You've heard that, right?
Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah. It's too bad they don't have the 2.0 bundled with the liquid, but they don't. Yeah, I know, but I don't know that they're ever going to change. Yeah, well, maybe maybe one day. You're a glasses half full kind of a girl, aren't you, Madru?
Yes, I am.
So that's what I do. I do a couple of healthy blood sugar packs and an extra bottle of the white liquid calcium, eliminate the 10 bad foods, and keep your fingers crossed.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you're welcome, Majur. Appreciate the help. Appreciate your stand for the health of everybody in your neighborhood. I might have misspoke earlier. I'm not sure. It's this Thursday night. That's 2 nights from now. Today being Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That means the date is Thursday, May 8th. Thursday, May 8th at 8 o'clock Central Time. A worldwide free webinar, the 10 bad foods and why they're going to kill you. Hey, guess what? Our old friend Alaric from Texas is back. It's been a long time since he's called. Hey, Alaric, thanks for the call, man. How's it going and what's up?
Yes, fine, thank you. I'm just calling. I'm thinking I might have to start over again.
Oh, that's impossible.
Well, because I still have this swelling after this operation. It's been almost 18 months. And I tried the KB formula to clean out my kidneys. I'm drinking the fast food. I'm eating eggs.
Where's the swelling?
The swelling is it's in my feet.
It's in your feet?
Yes, both feet are swollen.
What was the operation for?
They cut off my toes.
I hate it when that happens. Why did they do that?
Yeah. They got an infection. They tried to blame sugar. They probably was right. There was some sugar problems that bothered with the infection.
So was there? So before the operation, was there swelling in the feet?
Yes.
Okay. And all right. So tell me something that has improved, Alaric. What has improved since you've been on this stuff?
Oh boy.
Mood, energy, appetite, sleep, weight.
Sort of my appetite, yeah. Yeah, I could say that. My appetite, I'm eating better.
Are you needing to take less insulin, or what's going on with that?
Well, I stopped that. I don't even take it anymore.
You don't? Well, that's an improvement. So how are your blood sugars?
It's like 90-something, so it's going down.
Yeah, so there you go. So you've gotten on the other side of the blood sugar issue, right?
Sort of. I'm almost there, I would say. I'm almost there.
Well, or if you're not off of your insulin, I'd say you're pretty much all the way there. All right, so how much do you weigh, and which packs are you taking every month?
I'm 200 pounds, and I finished the KB. I'm taking the Ultimate Daily. I'm taking the Cal Toddy, the Sweeties. That's the Ultimate Daily, the EFA Plus, and Selenium.
Yeah, okay, good.
And the BTT.
And are you staying away from all 10 bad foods?
Yes, and I fry with butter, and I'm trying to get up to 6 eggs a day.
And you're using salt religiously, right?
Oh, yes, definitely.
You experiencing any heartburn whatsoever?
Nope.
Okay. It's very interesting. So here's what I want
you said to me before I have a low-grade inflammatory, something inflammatorying me.
Well, everybody does.
I ordered some Immoralium.
Immortalium? Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. All right, so here's what I would like you to do, all right? I want you to do a breathing technique for 5 or 10 minutes twice a day. It's a breathing technique. It's going to help with your circulation, and I'm going to teach you how to do it right now. You ready?
Yep.
All right. So it's a big inhalation through the nose, and the key here is at the top of the inhalation, you want your chest to expand. You want your chest to expand at the top of the inhalation. And then when you exhale, you blow out slowly through your mouth. Slowly through your mouth. Relax your chest down. Big inhalation through the nose. Then exhale through the mouth, and at the top of the inhalation through the nose, you want your chest to expand. You want to actually feel your chest expanding at the top of the inhalation. Now, here's how I want you to do this. For 2 or 3 days, I just want you to, be sitting down somewhere or standing up somewhere or leaning on the rail or doing something where you're just focusing on the breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. It's not a hyperventilation, just long, slow, and steady breaths. In through the nose, raise the chest, out through the mouth. Life is good. Once you've perfected the rhythm of the breathing technique, and once it's, you don't really have to think about it anymore, then I want you to slowly do some type of physical exercise. Like, bounce up and down on your feet, rock back and forth from the front of your foot to the back of your foot while you're holding on to something so you don't fall over. Or walk in place. Or go for a walk around the block while you're taking the breaths in and the breaths out. 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon. What this does is it stimulates your lymphatic system. And your lymphatic system is one of the systems responsible for draining tissue in the body. This is a lymphatic stimulation technique, and I think you just need some new-fashioned physical medicine. I don't think you need anything extracurricular with the nutritional supplements, Alaric. I think you need to just get your lymphatic system moving, and this is a most excellent way to do it. But the key to this protocol is expanding the chest at the top of the inhalation, okay?
And this is 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in, in the evening, kind of like a little exercise program, right? Right?
Uh-huh.
Kind of like that. You're really going to feel energized after you do it. You're really going to feel energized after you do it. And if you have the ability, do it outside so you can breathe in some nice fresh air while you're doing this. It's a really great thing. So do this religiously for 14 days and call me back.
All right, and do this also while I'm walking around. Like
well, first,
or something?
Yeah, you can do it. I mean, you can do it 100 times a day if you want. There's no problem. But I want you to be religious about it for 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the afternoon. Now, you want to do it 50 times a day? Fantastic. No problemo. But, I want you to just kind of slowly get into the habit of doing this, and it works way better while you're exercising. So give it a try, see what happens, and give me a call back with a report.
Will do. Thank you.
All right, Alaric, I appreciate your trust. No kidding. Lindsay from Michigan is up next. She wants some advice about teaching. What the heck is up with that? Hey, Lindsay, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hi, Dr. Glidden. I decided that I'd like to be a naturopathic doctor, and I'm wondering if you have any advice for me.
Boy, it's too bad I don't have my sound effect board hooked up right now, because I'd give you a great big round of applause. Well, I do have advice, and it may not be what you want to hear, but I'm going to tell it to you anyway. Okay, how old are you, Lindsay?
I'm 23.
All right, and you've recovered. You used to have like 100 seizures a day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have any more, right?
I have one maybe like once in a while, but not nearly as much as I did before.
Yeah, you got to love it. Excellent. Well, all right, so at 23 years of age, so here's my basic take on all of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's something in the world that I believe in. It's called Dharma, right? And your Dharma is your path through life. Everybody is born onto good old planet Earth with things that they're strong at and things that they're weak at and things that they can contribute to the world. And, I think one of the goals of life is to figure out what your path through life is, what your piece of the puzzle, of the jigsaw puzzle of life is, and then to just go for it. And when you are in step with your purpose on life, everything falls into place. The pieces just kind of automatically fall into place, and it's really a cool experience. That happened for me a long, long time ago, and I was directed to become a naturopathic physician. And when I made that decision finally to become a naturopath, all these doors just started automatically opening up. Now, maybe it's your path in life to go to naturopathic medical school and become a naturopath. Maybe that's it. I don't know. If you are inclined to help people with medical nutrition, with holistic therapeutics, then there is no better way to do that than with focusing on and building a longevity business. So my advice to you is, rather than go to naturopathic medical school you're going to be out $200,000 more or less, because you're going to have to pay the school the tuition, and then you're going to have to pay to live there. You're going to have to devote 4, 5, or 6 years of your life to intensive training and education. And then you're going to come out of that with an education and a degree, and then you're going to have to start paying back your student loans, and then you're going to have to take another loan out to start a private practice somewhere or hook yourself up with a group. And, it's going to be hard for the first 10, 15 years to actually pay off all of your debt and all of the loans and actually make a living which is comfortable. If instead of doing that, if for the next 4 years of your life, or 5 or 6, or however long it would take to become a naturopathic physician, you instead became a student of longevity, and you became a student of network marketing, and you worked at network marketing and longevity, and you worked at that the same amount that you would work in medical school, 5 or 6 years from now, you'll be a millionaire. You won't have any debt. You won't have any financial problems, and you would have helped in that 5 years thousands of people, which is way more than you could help in your entire career as a naturopath. Because when you're in private practice, there's only so many patients you can see a day. There's only so many. There's only so many teeth a dentist can drill. Now, having said that, I think it's a smarter, better way to dedicate your life to longevity than it is to become a naturopath. However, if you feel compelled, naturally to become a naturopath, then I want you to go to the National College of Naturopathic Medicine in Portland, Oregon, or Bastyr University in Seattle, Washington. Stick around, Lindsay. More to come. Finishing up the show today here, we're talking to Lindsay in Michigan, who's had one of the most remarkable testimonials I've heard in my 5-year stint with longevity about whether or not she should pursue a career in naturopathic medicine. So what are your thoughts on all this, Lindsay? What are you thinking?
Well, people take you more seriously when you have a degree. Like, all the people I talk to about longevity think I'm crazy. And since I started this program, my whole outlook on everything has just changed. I'm so in love, and I just realized, this is what I want to do.
Well, then if this is what you want to do, then you should take the steps forward and do it. And I have to tell you something that, I can understand what you're saying, and I get it. And the fact of the matter is, Lindsay, that, well, I don't know how to say this without sounding like a jerk, right? But the fact that I'm not a jerk, but this is just a healthy dose of reality. Even when you're a naturopath, people are not going to listen to what you have to say. Now, more people are going to listen to what you have to say when you do have a degree after your name, and that's correct. So there is a certain amount of social cachet that you get that you will derive from that, and that's true. But even if you choose to go down this road, what I would counsel you to do is continue a longevity business while you're going to medical school, because if you can find a way to marry both of them, and it's not that difficult to do, then you're going to come out of school way ahead of the economic curve. You may even be able to pay for your entire education with your longevity revenue. Todd Smith, who, by the way, is going to be our special guest tomorrow, Todd Smith, one of the biggest money earners in longevity, he's been with Dr. Wallach forever, is going to tell us about his experience with bringing longevity, or trying to get longevity, into Australia, and what the pharmaceutical industry did to sabotage that and blow it up. It's a remarkable story. He's going to be on tomorrow in the first hour. But when he first got into longevity, his wife became pregnant with triplets, and he was in law school. He was studying to be a lawyer, and he needed to figure out how the heck he could pay for triplets, and so he did a longevity business, right? And by the time he graduated from law school, he was debt-free because he was able to pay off the entire education with his longevity revenue. So what one person can do, another person can do. The other frustrating thing from my point of view here, Lindsay, is that the stuff that you can learn with us through longevity and with following Dr. Wallach's recommendations and, listening to my iteration of those is very different than what you're going to be taught in naturopathic medical school. Nobody does it like Dr. Wallach. So to a certain extent, it's going to be frustrating for you to be in naturopathic medical school. Of course, you're going to learn cool stuff. You're going to learn new stuff, and you are going to increase your knowledge of how the body works by remarkable degrees. And the therapeutics that you're going to have exposure to in naturopathic medical school are going to pale in comparison to what Dr. Wallach brings to the table. So, there's another guy in my downline who's doing this, David Sullivan. He's going to be at Naturopathic Medical School in September. So maybe we're starting a trend here. I'll support you no matter what you do here, and if you can marry the two, I think it's a good thing. Have you done your prerequisites? Have you done the science courses that you need to get into Naturopathic Medical School yet?
No, I haven't.
All right, so that would be a good place for you to start. So you want to get in touch with Bastyr University or National College of Naturopathic Medicine. National College is in Portland, Oregon. Bastyr is in Seattle. Find out what the academic prerequisites are, and then, start to secure those now. And then after your first semester doing your pre-med stuff, you'll have a sense of whether or not the academic road is the road that you want to walk down. Because I have to tell you something, Lindsay. Once you are finally on the correct track of your life, you feel it. It's not, you feel it. And it becomes kind of the right thing to do. You're in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. So I would get on board now with the prereqs, the pre-med prerequisites, see how that feels, and then adjust appropriately as you move downstream. It's pretty remarkable, isn't it? I mean, who knew a year ago that you'd be considering this? I think it's awesome. I think you're awesome. Keep up the good work. Wish we could talk about this more, but we are all out of time. Ladies and gentlemen, Todd Smith tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss this interview. If you think the pharmaceutical industry is corrupt, well, baby, you don't know nothing. Tune in tomorrow, 3 o'clock Central Time. See you then.